Hello, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing our playthrough of Neverwinter Nights. If you saw my last episode, you will understand why I have this face that I have right now. It eventually took me resorting to turning on God mode and sitting for 20 minutes. 20 minutes. While I just waited to get lucky enough to roll 20s, which are automatic hits, before I could finally kill that stupid dragon. I'm sorry, that's unreasonable design. Unreasonable. He took my crossbow. It was just completely unreasonable. The 4,500 gold that I just picked up doesn't cover what I had to spend teleporting back and forth on my first attempt of trying to kill him. Doesn't even come close. I'm guessing this is going to be the word of power. Got another +3.
You have done well to find the second word. Its power draws my spell, so that my projection may speak to you in this vision. There is much you must know.
Who are you?
I am Hadraline, leader of the word slaves. Your enemy is also mine. I must warn you of Morgrim and his followers.
Now, what do you have to tell me?
Morgrim is nothing but a fool. He does not truly understand what he seeks. The words are ancient beyond imagination. They contain power he cannot fathom. I, Hadraline of the word slaves, was there at the beginning when the world was hot and this land was jungle where the old ones ruled.
Old ones?
The old ones are my people. An ancient race of lizard folk who ruled the north before the dawn of time. We were old when even the elves were young. We were the first. We were the creator race. But we were also a race of unbridled cruelty. The strong ruled, and the weak suffered. And we word slaves suffered most of all. Such was the way when the world was young and hot.
Word slaves?
The living power of the words Morgrim seeks had to be bound in the flesh of the word slaves. We were unwilling guardians, our souls tied to the ancient magic of the old ones. When the world was hot, we word slaves suffered for the empire of the old ones. The words ripping their power from our tortured spirits and our living flesh.
When the world was hot? What are you talking about?
Once this winter land was a lush jungle. Vents from the earth blasted scorching steam into the sky, and the world was warm and fruitful. The old ones lived in this paradise, as did we word slaves.
And what happened to the tropical paradise?
The world grew cold. The jungles died. Frost and snow covered the land. For all their power, the masters could not stop the change. They vanished from the world, consumed by the earth that had turned against them.
If your people were wiped out, how did you survive?
When the old ones vanished, the power of their words remained. As did we, the word slaves bound to that power, forced to walk the now frozen and desolate earth, forced to preserve the words and legacy of our masters. Many word slaves died when the endless winter came, but some learned to survive in the frozen waste, hiding from the lesser races who now hunted us. To survive what the masters could not endure.
And what happened to the words of power?
Over the centuries, the magic of the words became dormant. Their power faded. And as we who were left behind grew strong, the bonds enslaving us were broken. We who had once been slaves scattered and hid the words so that we would be forever free of their legacy. Now, thousands of years have passed, and even we who hid the words no longer know where to find them.
And what does this have to do with Magram?
Morgrim seeks to unlock the dormant power of the words so that he may enslave again. Word slaves, humans, dwarves, elves. Morgrim would have all bow to him as master.
Well, he will never succeed.
Morgrim is already doomed. The words were meant to release ancient evil upon the land, to devastate those who survived the change the old ones could not. The plague was only the first of the evils the words will unleash. The world as you know it shall be no more if Morgrim succeeds. This is the legacy of the creators. The words with power. No! It cannot be! Morag!
What's wrong?
Morag! She strikes at me. This cannot be. She attacks me through the words. She disrupts my spell of projection.
Who's Morag? Tell me before it's too late.
No!
Well, I guess that's the end of that. All right. I don't believe that we ever found... So... We have this Courtesan blade. It has keen, which gives me better critical hits. It has a stun ability, and while it doesn't have the plus, an additional plus there, you know, not much we can do. I don't think we ever found... We never found the key that would allow us to open the room that, what's his face, the Orc Chieftain's room, where the drow was hiding him. So I wanted to go back there and see if there was anything interesting in it, but I guess we're just not going to be able to do that. Let's go grab Dalen here. We'll rest. We'll save. Let me put this back here, and then we'll save. Now let's go talk to Aaron and turn that in. I am so incredibly annoyed. I am so incredibly annoyed at that fight. That fight should not be the way that they made it. It really, really shouldn't.
The city of Neverwinter is... But now is not the time to... Why didn't you say so? Hopefully this will slow the armies advancing on Neverwinter. At the very least, the loss of another word of power will strike a harsh blow to the plans of Morgrim's cult, whatever they may be. You have done well. The Lord's Alliance and Neverwinter are grateful for your efforts. And on their behalf, I would like to give you this reward of 3,000 gold coins.
I ran into Hadrian again.
Hadrian? What did the lizard woman have to say this time?
She spoke of the ancient creator races. She claimed to be one of them. I think she's a friend.
I'm no history expert, but wouldn't that make her thousands of years old? I'm not sure whether I believe her, and I don't know what this has to do with Morgrim. But I intend to try and find out. Leave Hadrian to me. Morgrim and his crew are still skulking around the countryside, which means they must believe there's at least one more word still undiscovered. Find it before they do. I wish you luck in your...
All right, so the next area that we need to go to is to the south. I guess Fort Ilcard. Do we have... I don't suppose this will tell me... Okay. We'll go back to the temple and see if we can sell any of that. I don't think his head's going to be useful for... Well, I don't know. Neverwinter Nights, Clouth Head. Let's see if there is anything actually... Anything actually useful for that? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. Well, I'm not going to spend a bunch of time trying to figure that out. I don't really care.
Hello there.
Let's look at his inventory. Well, his head's not sellable, so does it weigh? And it weighs a lot. How much does this weigh? All right, well, we'll put this in the bag, in one of the bags of holding. Sell off all this stuff I can't wear. I mean, we have insane amounts of gold at this point, which is great. It's great that we have all this gold, but it's like, if I can't do anything with it? What's the point? Okay, so I can't sell like any of this stuff. I'm just forced to hold on to it. There's usually a divining pool where you can put stuff like this that you're not going to use. Did he have... Oops. Did he have... There was a piece of armor that one of these guys had that I was... Oh, but no, but then I ended up buying the Robes of the Dark Moon because it had haste on it. One of these guys had some mirrored leather, some mirrored armor or something like that.
Hello there.
Inventory. I just want to double check and make sure he doesn't have any better... Oh, this guy didn't have any. There was another vendor down over this way in the Mercenary Enclave who had more roguey stuff. So let's go check him out and make sure that we don't... I mean, we have insane amounts of money at this point, so I'm not really overly concerned about...
Back again?
Let's see. Yeah, it was this mirrored armor, which gave me a spell resistance and a better armor class, but then I'd have to give up my haste from the... I mean, I kept the boots for that, but at the same time, it's like... It'd be nice to get the spell resistance off of this, but at the same time, I like having my hide and move silently option here, so I'm probably just going to hold on to that. And then all he has is +2 equipment, it looks like, so not really much point in doing any of that. Did I actually sell off my stuff? Oh, but I wanted to go see if there's a divining pool at the temple. There should be a divining pool at the temple that allows me to store items that I can't get rid of, but I don't want to carry around with me. So let's hop into there real quick and we'll see. Okay. Wow, why do I keep going back to the same spot? Where is the temple? I thought the temple was up here. Oh, I thought that for some reason I thought the temple was this one and it was the other way around. I'm lost and confused. Okay. So we'll head into the temple. Here it is. Okay, so now I'm not trying to sell plot items. All right. Fort Ilcard is our next destination. So we'll go off in this way and see what we can find. It would be nice if we could get out of forest areas. I'm really tired of running around in forests. Oh. Thanks for joining the fight, Dalen. Be nice if you, like, tried to stay close to me like I told you to. Instead of lagging behind and taking forever to catch up with me.
My savage fury!
Okay.
That's it!
Ow. Okay, there does not appear to be a cave for these bears. Gotcha. Alright, cool. I don't know why I wasn't getting sneak attacks on him. He wasn't even focused on me. Okay, let's rest. Just want to double check and make sure there's nothing interesting over here. A pillar, like a rock pillar over here, but nothing much else outside of that. All right. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and call that an episode. It's relatively short, but I have kind of reached the end of my patience for this game for today because of the dragon thing. So be sure to click the like button if you're having a good time, so that the YouTube algorithm knows that you are having fun. Subscribe to the channel so you know when the next video comes out. And I do have a link to my Patreon in the description if you would like to help me turn this channel into a thriving online business. Thank you very much for your time, and I will see you for the next one.